Well, hello everybody. Well, today I figured I guess I'd record this. It's just going to be a little trip with the old truck here, old 89 GMC with my old junk trailer. In one of my first videos I had fixed the Bobcat we use here on the mini farm, and my uncle in Ohio actually found one, parts one. So we're gonna head out and pick that up. It's about a 200-mile round trip. This trailer's new to me. I found it on Facebook, and it's actually a pretty decent trailer. It's got I guess he told me it was a military winch, but it's a heavy duty guy, and it works. Everything. He had bought this trailer to bring tractors back from Iowa, and found out that the wheel wells were too close together. He couldn't get most of the small tractors on it, so he sold this and bought a bigger one, which was good for me. I also got a couple new fenders for it, so I want to put them on. I haven't done anything to it. He had gotten it pretty much ready and went to Iowa with it one time and figured out it wasn't going to work for him, so it's mine now. And it's got electric jack on the front. It's got the battery in it with the control, and this will be the first time hauling anything on this. And of course my old 89 GMC, it's just the old farm truck we use here. It's the only heavy duty one I got. My red one over there, that's a half-ton. That was my father's, and it don't have the suspension under it to do any of this heavy hauling, so the old girl has to do it all. And this actually started my YouTube channel. If you guys know about the Boss Garage's international car show they had here during the pandemic, I went out and bought a GoPro and made one take walk around and entered it in the factory category, which I think Derek from Vice Grip Garage ended up voting which one made number one. It was like 800 and some entries, and I had made top 25. So he actually reviewed this one, and I didn't win, but I felt privileged to get top 25 out of 800 and some entries in that category. So, and I'm still using it. This is an everyday truck. It's a little rusty, but I've owned it for a long time, and I've serviced it many years before I bought it at the RV company that I worked at. So if you want to see that video that I did for the Boss Garage, then I'll try to link it below. That'll be a first time for me. I'm going to try to link this below, and then I'll link the link when Derek went through and judged it. So yeah, I was happy, and that was fun to do. So I figured I'd start filming some of the stuff I do with this old girl and other stuff. I just checked the oil quick. But yeah, it's not one that you just use around the farm. I mean, I go everywhere with this thing. We just went and picked up a boat that me and my wife's been wanting for many years, and oops, sorry about my finger. And that was about a 2-hour trip, and it did perfect. And after I did the video for, yeah, it was perfect, video for that international car show, I actually built, remodeled or renovated an old truck camper, and hauled it out to Missouri for my daughter in this thing. And unfortunately, during computer change, I lost everything. The fixing of the truck camper, and I worked on this too some to go that far. It was like 13 hours out because I didn't push it, and then it came back and it made it. So, but yeah, that's why I got a cloth on there. It's wore out, but so that's why my wife got these at Goodwill or somewhere, and somebody had initial or names put on it, Sally. So I just nicknamed this truck Brown Truck Sally. So All right, well, I'm gonna hop in and let's start it up here and let it warm up a little, and we'll take this old junk and go pick up some more junk. I'll stop at the fuel station first to fuel up, but we'll just cross our fingers and hope the old junk makes it. I got everything I can think of tool-wise in it, and hopefully we'll make it. We'll see. So I'm gonna go fuel and then we'll hit the road. All right, well, let's get some fuel in. We made it to the gas station. Well, that's not very far. It's just around the corner from me. So let's make a final check. Let's see if the lights work. I didn't even check that. See if I got at least running lights. Well, the truck should have running lights, and the trailer does. At least up here, that side marker's out. And tires look good. I checked those last night, but yeah, good. We got running lights, so good. There's the other one, so good deal. And there's the auction house. Good deal. So we have running lights, and we're full. So how many gallons does it take? 12 gallons, $49, and it's $3.84 here in Indiana. So all right, let me get this out and we'll hit the road. All right, so yeah, after we took this truck to Missouri after the International Car Show, it was like 50, I forget how many miles it was on it, but after we took it for that long trip, actually the speedometer started working again after, oh man, forever. But now it's got 60, 260, 196 on it. So I don't know. We'll see if it when we went and got the boat, it quit again at all zeros, 260000. And I see now, after I've drove it around a little bit, it's got some more miles on it. So it's very sporadic. There for a long time it didn't even work. And I don't know what we could have done on the trip to make it work again, but it did. And we got about 30 some pounds of oil pressure, and so we should be good. Let's hit the road. Well, we're on the road. That's a beautiful day. It's gonna be a good day, hopefully. Sun shining, and I just noticed that I don't know if you can see it, but the old speedometer, where is it? Right there. The old speedometer stuck again. So 198.0. I don't think the zero's moving. So we'll check it again in a little bit. And see if it moves at all during this trip. It may not. I doubt it. But yeah, beautiful out. It's cool. I think it was like close to 50, high 50s this morning. But yeah, it's winding down summer. The beans aren't starting to turn yet, but I've seen some corn has started to turn a little bit at the bottom. So yeah, Labor Day's coming, and that'll be the end of summer. Kids are back in school already here, and yeah, this beautiful country out here. Yeah, no wisecracks. Come on. And we're about halfway here. I'm going to try to find a place to pull over here and just check the trailer and make sure everything's going okay. So as soon as I find a spot, I'm going to pull over. away. Tires are still up. An old parking lot here. Everything looks pretty good. Alright. I guess we'll keep moving on. We're about halfway, about an hour into it. And everything's still looking pretty good. So we'll keep on moving on. Alright, so we'll just keep moving on. Putting miles behind us. It's just absolutely perfect day for a trip. It's like 64 right now, and little girl's cruising about 60 mile an hour, and it probably was 59 this morning, but it's 64 now. It's still beautiful. I don't need the windows open much, just cracked. Sun's not out bright. It's kind of hazy, but it's beautiful out. So we'll just keep moving on, and I'll bring you back when we get closer to where I'm going to pick this Bobcat up. So we'll see you then. A nice farmland out here. Looks like that was wheat. Nice farm back there. Except for the windmill, but yeah. So we're a couple miles from where I'm going to get this from my uncle's, so I'm not sure I'm going to film much of it when we get there. Just want to try to get it loaded. If I can, I'll take some while we're loading it, but if not, I'll stop somewhere here, kind of show you what we got, and then turn around and head back home. So we're back on the road, heading west, and got it loaded up. Had a little footage there for you. Didn't take a lot. I'm gonna pull over here, and sometime when I can get a nice spot, I'll pull over and just take my ties and kind of do a walk around of it quick, show you what we picked up, and then we'll do a better one once I get home. So hopefully you can see that I'm kind of doing it without being able to look, but it's towing pretty good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. Got a whole bunch of parts in the back. Yeah, this guy tore it apart, and then I don't know if he was gonna get to paint it or restored or what, but everything's in pieces, so still trying to find a spot to pull over quick, and then we'll look at it quick while we're on the road. Alright, so everything looks pretty good. Now, so here it is. Everything looks pretty good. It's just nothing but a shell, a bunch of parts in the back. So we'll dig this all out when I get home. But yeah, I'm anxious to get home, so we'll go through some of these parts when I get home. But yeah, it's towing pretty good. It should be all right. All right, let's get back on the road. All right, well, we're about 3/4 of the way home, and the speedometer is stuck at 3000 now. I don't understand it. Sometimes it'll roll over miles, and then most of the time it gets stuck and just sits there. But anyway, we're about 3/4 of the way home. Had a little spritz of rain, but it's not supposed to rain today. So yeah, the old truck's done pretty good so far. All right, we are back home. Hallelujah. Well, the old girl made it. And we'll pull up here, and then we'll get out and look in some of the tubs and whatever, this basket case Bobcat. So I'll pull it up here in front of the shop, and we'll go through some of it. All right, well, the sun's down a little bit. I had to go in and get something to eat quick, and figured I'd just do that and then come back when the sun's not in our eyes. But so yeah, a little better look here what we got. I'm not even quite sure if this is a 600 or a 610, but I assume the guy was taking it apart to paint it and rebuild it. I don't know. We can't figure out what he was going to do with it, but yeah, the tires on it, I mean, they're no good, but it's got the wide rims on it, the wider rims, and I think the clutches in it are pretty decent. Probably better than what I got. I mean, these feel pretty tight compared to mine. But I mean, there's not a lot of usable parts right here. You know, I got wheel bearings. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot on this part. What I really wanted was the variable speed, but I'm thinking that ain't gonna be right. So I need to get some counterweights on the back, which I don't really need those either, but so that might just be, I'll take that variable speed off, and that, you know, quick coupler and that shaft, because that's something that might fail sometime on mine. But yeah, and here's the side pieces, and then the back piece with the air. I needed that. Mine's crushed in right here, and it's kind of hard to get this breather off, but yeah, that'll be nice, because I need that. And then let's climb up in here. Oh, see what we got. We got some of the hoses, or the hard lines that went along the bucket arms, and yeah, this is not the right. Pretty sure I know this isn't right, because mine's not splined. Mine's got two big keyways in it, and this outer shaft slides on. So yeah, he took a cover off the valves. This has got a, I guess, actually, I don't think I can turn this over, but he blew a rod on it. Yeah, and it's locked up. But the heads, hopefully, are something that I can use, and the jugs. And you know, there's a lot of usable parts on this motor that really is getting hard to find. You know, some of the sheet metal parts, and yeah, I'm not sure what's all in these. I really didn't dig through them, but yeah, he tore every last piece off this. I was hoping the carburetor would be in here. I could use that cover too. But I have not seen the carburetor. There's linkage for the carburetor. Hydraulics. Gee, many Christmas. Yeah, he just not sure what that's for, but yeah, that's carburetor leakage there. Oh, there it is. Good. Good. Nah, I want that. I'm going to rebuild that for sure if it's rebuildable. But excuse me. Yeah, that's something that I wanted off of it, but I couldn't find it when I was there. So yeah, that's good. And I don't have a cover for mine for the side, which now I do. So that's worth it. And then this had the one that I've got does not have an oil filter of any kind on it. But this is a canister filter, I guess, according to my uncle. And got another alternator, which that thing's junk. I think that's the hydraulic pump, and that feels like it's good. And that goes together, runs a distributor. And that distributor looks like the one that I got, which those are, these parts here are getting really hard to find. So those are good parts. And that, the alternator is just, I think mine they replaced, it's like an old Delco Remy alternator. And yeah, I'm hoping these will fit, because last time I bought one of these, this uncle of mine, the same one that got this, found me one. It cost me 90 bucks just for one of these. These are a little rough. They've been misused, mishandled, but yeah, a bunch of hydraulic hard lines, exhaust manifold there, and foot pedals. Looks like that bucket was out in the weather. Foot pedals, and that's hydraulic. Mine has that. It has a hydraulic filter that's buried underneath the Bobcat, but no oil filter for mine. Oh good, there's a starter down there. Good, I hope that's good. That'll give me a spare starter. Wow. Good. Yeah, it looks like it's gotten wet. Why would you do that? Hopefully I can make that work. Of course not, it's broke. Solenoid is. Japers. This is just throwing this stuff in. Not a care in the world. Yeah, throttle handle, all kinds of bolts. Well, he did start labeling some. Bobcat, really? Bobcat. Oh, distributor bolts. Well, at least he started. There's a pin my uncle missed. That's the fuel pump. So yeah, I mean, a lot of good usable parts, a lot of junk, but for what I paid for it, and for what some of these parts are going for online, I mean, anytime you can find one, you ought to buy it, because they're getting more scarce by the day. So yeah, well, it's kind of a two-part video. One, to see if the old truck would make it there and back. It was about 200 and some mile round trip, and she ran like a top. And the trailer, that was a maiden voyage for the trailer here, and it towed beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And winch worked, everything worked, brake lights worked. So yeah, I'm happy with the trip. Let's the one thing I wanted to do, let's pop the hood and let's see if the old girl used any oil. I checked it out there and it hadn't used any, but I really wasn't pulling anything either, so it wasn't, that big a deal. But now let's see what it looks like once we've got 200 plus miles on it. Oh yeah, right up to full. Is that hard to believe? That is, I mean, this motor's got 300 plus thousand on it at least. And not saying it wouldn't, you know, toast tomorrow. You know, it could die tomorrow, but I just doubt it, because I have taken care of it. I've always tried to maintenance it, and you know, and before I left, I had to replace this front brake line down there because that hose was collapsed and was blocking this brake up. But that worked out good. Repacked the wheel bearings, put new brakes and hoses on it, and yeah, so yeah, kind of a double video here to show, you know, don't be afraid to use these old trucks. I mean, they're easy to fix. If something goes wrong, I can figure out most everything on this. There's not a lot of computer gadgetry on it. It's pretty basic. Everything you can, anything computer on this, you can check with a multimeter. It don't have a lot of this newfangled stuff that will leave you sit on alongside the road and have to call a tow truck and wait for somebody to fix it. But yeah, if you take care of them, which I should have took better care of this. I tried to oil it, and it stopped a lot of this rust. But you know, some of this I just can't keep oiled enough. I'm going to replace that panel, learn how to do body work. But for the most part, as much as this thing's been used over the years, it's been a great truck, and hopefully this trailer will be the same. I'd like to paint it, get the new fenders on it, and yeah, we'll have a pretty decent rig to go pick up some more cars like that. But yeah, those, I'm trying to get a video around to do more on those, and then I've got that one as a special car. Anybody that knows cars can probably see what that is. It's a very special one. So someday I'll get that out and get it in the shop, and we'll go through that one. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope this was kind of interesting for somebody, but this is what I do, just get junk. All right, with that, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.